About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. He's to the 15. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles...
Big 6, I needed it.
That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here, and climb back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person who just ended up in the end zone with the football, he was the one that answered the bell.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Elliott now to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Hard running at the 15. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. Finding room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Pollard going to try the right side, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. Touchdown! Michael Gallup on the receiving end from Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. It's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. In the 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't yet.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Swift.
This is where coaches have to spend a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius.
Boy, I'm going crazy, boy. I've been going crazy, boy. Crazy.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25.
Yeah.
Not attempt to return.
Yeah, cuz. You see me? You see me? Wait till after this game, though. I'm going to show you my stats. Make sure you stay on. Make sure you stay on here.
10. Now Prescott.
I'm not letting these boys no wiggle room.
He finds his man.
Oh, talking about talking cuz you watching my live right now.
Two timeouts
I ain't
remaining.
even boys.
Down 2 scores.
No wiggle room.
First and 10.
No wiggle room.
And that should do it.
No wiggle room.
And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. I think you and I.
Hit. Oh, he quit on me. Oh, they been quitting all day, cuz. Cuz, can you hear me? Cuz, are you still up?
Man, don't count now, bro. Use my sleeve.
Oh yeah, let me show you my stats. That's what I wanted to show you. What I done did on board today. So you just seen this one, 43-29. And I beat old boy earlier, 28-0, he quit. 27-7, he quit. 27-10, he quit. 7-0, he quit after the third pick. 21-8, he quit. And that 55-32, that's old. Yeah, well, one. You see the win streak up there, don't you? 6. I'm on a 6-win streak, dog. Going crazy. Yeah, he been in trouble. He ain't trying to. He ain't doing nothing. I'm about to call you though.